Have you looked up at the stars lately? Wondering what's going on up there? This Week in Space has you covered. We bring you news and updates about space that matters, and for this episode, NASA launched and deployed small, advanced climate satellites to uncover the climate mysteries of Earth's polar region for their PREFIRE mission. SpaceX launched another Falcon 9 rocket for the European Space Agency's EarthCARE and 23 Starlink satellites. On June 3rd, 6 planets aligned in what is called the Parade of Planets. Hear more about this rare event. For the first time, NASA's NuSTAR and NICA X-ray telescopes captured matter plunging into a black hole, confirming a key prediction made by Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity over a century ago. NASA launched the first of 2 shoebox-sized satellites called CubeSats. This first CubeSat, Ready, Aim, PREFIRE, was launched on May 25, 2024, on board Rocket Lab's Electron rocket, which lifted off at Mahia, New Zealand, at 7:41 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time, or 3:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Following the launch, the CubeSats underwent a series of evaluations to ensure they were functioning correctly. This included deploying solar panels and activating the main instrument, which took about a month. The CubeSats began collecting data shortly after the evaluations were completed, with preliminary data expected to be available within 5 to 6 days of the mission's start. NASA's PREFIRE mission, the Polar Radiant Energy and the Far Infrared Experiment, aimed to study how Earth's polar regions send heat into space. It measured the amount of heat Earth radiated into space from 2 of the planet's coldest, most remote regions. It was crucial for improving our understanding of Earth's climate system, mainly how the polar regions affected the planet's energy balance. The CubeSats used miniaturized thermal infrared spectrometers to measure far infrared radiation emitted by Earth. These spectrometers used specially shaped mirrors and sensors to measure infrared wavelengths. These instruments were specially designed to fit on the CubeSats. The twin PREFIRE CubeSats had already been placed in a circular orbit at approximately 326 miles, 525 kilometers, above Earth's surface. This orbit was known as a near-polar orbit because it passed close to the poles, allowing the satellites to focus on the polar regions. Laurie Leshin, director of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Southern California, stated, "The PREFIRE CubeSats may be small, but they closed a big gap in our knowledge about Earth's energy budget. The data collected by these satellites would enhance our understanding of the impact of elements like clouds, humidity, and surface transitions on heat dissipation in the Arctic and Antarctic. This information could be integrated into climate models to improve predictions related to sea levels, weather patterns, ice cover changes, and climate change impacts." Rocket Lab launched the second PREFIRE satellite, PREFIRE and ICE. According to the company, the exact date for that coming liftoff was not announced, but it was expected within 3 weeks after the first launch. On May 29th, SpaceX achieved another milestone by launching a Falcon 9 rocket, carrying the European Space Agency's EarthCARE satellite and 23 Starlink satellites. The 23 second-generation Starlink internet satellites were launched from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida at 10:24 a.m. Eastern Time. The EarthCARE satellite lifted off from Space Launch Complex 4 East, SLC-4E, at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California at 3:20 p.m. Central European Summer Time. The Falcon 9 rocket carried 23 Starlink V2 mini satellites into low Earth orbit. Following liftoff, the Falcon 9's first stage booster, completing its 10th flight, successfully returned to Earth. It landed on the drone ship, a shortfall of gravitas, in the Atlantic Ocean, approximately 8 minutes after liftoff. The Falcon 9's upper stage continued carrying the satellites to an altitude of approximately 200 miles, 320 kilometers, at a 43-degree inclination. The 23 satellites, weighing about 1,760 pounds, 800 kilograms with their solar panels not yet deployed, were released around 65 minutes after launch. This mission, designated Starlink 6-63, became SpaceX's 53rd orbital launch of the year. It was the 10th flight for the first stage booster supporting this mission, which previously launched Crew 6, SES-03B mPOWER, USSF-124, and 6 Starlink missions. This was the 37th launch dedicated to expanding the Starlink network, which consisted of nearly 6,000 operational satellites orbiting around the Earth. SpaceX aims to launch around 150 missions in total in 2024. If you want to know more about SpaceX Starlink, watch our channel and watch our video discussing whether Starlink is revolutionizing internet access or polluting the night sky. EarthCARE is a joint mission between the European Space Agency and the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, that aims to study the role of clouds and aerosols in Earth's radiation balance and climate. Also known by its Japanese nickname Hakuryu, or White Dragon, the satellite is equipped with 4 state-of-the-art instruments that will provide a comprehensive view of cloud and aerosol properties and their interactions with solar, radiation, and the Earth's surface. This mission is a significant collaboration between ESA, JAXA, and SpaceX. EarthCARE will provide crucial data to improve our understanding of cloud aerosol radiation interactions and support climate modeling and weather prediction efforts. On June 3, 2024, skywatchers witnessed a rare celestial event known as a planetary parade or alignment. On that date, 6 planets, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, appeared to line up in the sky before sunrise. This alignment was not a perfectly straight line in space, but the planets appeared aligned from specific vantage points on Earth because they traveled in similar paths. Jupiter and Mercury have been visible to the naked eye under ideal conditions, while Uranus and Neptune require binoculars or telescopes to be seen. The true spectacle, however, will occur on June 29, 2024, when Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and the 3/4 moon will be visible in the morning twilight. The best observation of this alignment occurred in Southern California around 5 or 6 a.m. on June 3, 2024. While the alignment was visible from most locations worldwide, the visibility of specific planets would have varied depending on the observer's location around the planet. However, the duration was limited to a few days because the planets constantly move around the Sun. After a few days, the alignment broke apart as the planets spread out in the sky. This alignment was observable for approximately 5 to 7 days total, centered around the peak alignment date of June 3, 2024. In June 2023, 5 planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, aligned in the later weeks of June 2023. This was the first time in nearly 20 years that 5 planets had aligned. Then, on April 8, 2024, a planetary alignment was visible during the total solar eclipse in USA, Canada, and Mexico. Planetary alignments, where multiple planets line up, are common. However, alignments involving 5 or more planets are rare. These events give skywatchers a unique chance to see several planets together, offering a perspective on the vast scale of our solar system. Keep an eye out for any unusual activity around the aligned planets. Even some grumpy titans might decide to crash the celestial party. Scientists have observed the plunging region around a black hole for the first time, confirming a key prediction made by Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity over a century ago. The plunging region is the critical point where matter approaching a black hole can no longer maintain a stable orbit and instead plunges straight down, crossing the event horizon. This phenomenon occurs due to the immense gravitational forces near the black hole's center. Researchers led by Andrew Mummery from the University of Oxford used data from NASA's NuSTAR, Nuclear Spectroscopic Telescope Array, and NISA, Neutron Star Interior Composition Explorer, X-ray telescopes to study the black hole MAXI J1820+070, located about 10,000 light-years from Earth. They found that the observed X-ray emissions from this black hole matched the predictions of their models for the plunging region, providing the first direct evidence of this feature. As Mummery explained, think of it like a river turning into a waterfall. Hitherto, we have been looking at the river. This is our first sight of the waterfall. The plunging region represents the point where matter can no longer maintain a stable orbit around the black hole and instead falls straight in, doomed by the black hole's immense gravitational pull. This discovery confirms Einstein's century-old predictions and provides a new tool for probing the extreme gravitational fields just outside a black hole's event horizon. By studying the plunging region, scientists can gain deeper insights into the fundamental nature of space-time and the behavior of matter in the universe's most extreme environments. The researchers note that this study focused on a relatively small black hole. Still, they are also building a new telescope in Africa that will allow them to directly observe and even film the plunging regions of much larger black holes at the centers of galaxies. This will further expand our understanding of these mysterious celestial objects. If you want to know more anything about black holes, check out our channel and watch our take on 5 insane experiments to blow your mind, where we explore if it's possible to destroy black holes. Also, stay tuned for our upcoming video as we tackle the notion of what if there's a black hole inside the sun. Thanks for joining us on This Week in Space. We hope these discoveries and missions amazed you. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What space topics fascinate you the most? Do you have any burning questions about the universe? What recent space discovery excites you the most? Are there any latest space updates you'd like us to investigate? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting space updates. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep looking up.